Hello, good evening. My name is Sarah Nacman. Welcome once again to the Eagle Radio International broadcast. I'm with the Washington, D.C. Bureau. The name of the segment that you're listening to is Trends and Fun Finds with Sarah Nacman. If you would like to watch us on YouTube, you may also do that. You can search Radio Agila. That's Radio Agila in YouTube. You can see us live as we broadcast. And for those of you who are non Tagalog speaking, I will tell you how to spell it. It's RADYO space AGILA. That again, that's RADYO Agila. That's Radio Agila. And we would welcome for your comments on Facebook as well. Search us for Facebook and in Facebook, and also give us a comment and feedback and ask us a question, any questions that you'd like to ask. This is the second installment or second launching. We had a launching last week, and this is our second week of the Eagle Radio International. Welcome to the show, and we hope that you will enjoy it. I would like to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day, wherever you are around the world, if you're listening to us through YouTube. And the topic of the day today is: do you look people in their eyes, or do you make eye contact while speaking with them? To me, preferably, I actually love to speak with people. And when I do, I like looking them in the eyes because it lets me know if they're interested in speaking with me or they're not. It's a cue, correct? So to me personally, I like to look people in the eyes when I'm speaking with them because I like to read people's cue. Are they responding to what I'm saying? Are they bored? It gives you encouragement to keep going with your topic, or it actually tells you to change the topic by reading people's language, body language, and it's important to make eye contact. So they say that your eyes are the window of our soul. And some people say that it's very true because you can tell so much about a person by looking them in the eyes. First of all, I believe, and I'm sure a lot of you who are listening to us right now believe that, or listening to me, that they are very important. Our eyes are very important. They can see colors, images, and most importantly, they can actually tell if a person is being truthful or deceiving. It's a form of body language. Looking in someone's eye, it's actually a form of body language, their reaction. We can also avoid imminent danger by using our eyes, by reading somebody's cue, body language, and we can also take on some opportunities, take advantage of opportunities again by reading someone's body languages through looking them in the eyes. So they say that you can see if someone is you can actually tell if someone is untrustworthy by looking them in their eyes. How is that, you say? Well, according to according to some experts, they say that if you look up and at your left, no, if they look up and at your left, then it is likely that they are fibbing, or stretching the truth. In other words, that they're lying. So remember, some experts believe that if people look up while talking to you, they look up and to your left, then it's probably that they're lying or fibbing. But if they look the other way, then they are probably recalling some information. So keep that in mind if you want to play detective and you're interrogating your husband, your friend, and I'm just being lighthearted here. I'm not telling you to do this seriously, but just this is for fun. Look them in the eyes, and if they look up and to your left, then it's likely they are fibbing. So yes, we can actually tell if someone is lying, if someone is trustworthy, or you can't trust someone. But can you imagine I want to point out how important it is in personal relationship about looking people in the eyes. Can you imagine if someone gives you a compliment, if you're a girl or a guy, and says, "Hey, you look great," and they don't look at you. They're looking down somewhere else or looking at another person. You supposed to think, are they telling that to that person or to me? So they lose it loses that effect of you being given the compliment of being you looking great if they're not looking at you, because then you in your mind you're thinking, is that person talking about me or that person over there? The other thing is, can you imagine during your wedding vows, your husband, your wife is actually saying their vows to you, and they're not looking at you, they're looking around somewhere else. That would not make you feel comfortable. That would not make you feel loved or special. You're thinking, what is he doing? He's not, as actors call it, he's not in the moment. I'm not saying that they're acting, but their mind is not there. They're not there with you while saying their vows. So you're thinking, what are they thinking of? What is he or she thinking about? The other thing that I find interesting is some people, they don't look at you, they look away when they're speaking with you. They look down, they look up, they look to the right, everywhere except in your eyes, right? But then you have these people that actually they close their eyes while speaking with you. I think that's also uncomfortable. When they're speaking with you, they're blinking for a very long periods of time. To me, that is just as bad as looking away because where you're not making that rapport, you're not making that connection. You're actually feeling that you're by yourself in the conversation. So make sure you look somebody in the eyes. It's very important. There's actually a great benefit in doing so in business and also in, for example, in job interviews. We are going to be talking about that in the second half of the show, is the importance of looking the interviewers in the eyes during the job interview. And I have a lot of tips for you, so stay tuned for the second part. What message are you sending when you're speaking with someone and you're not looking them in the eyes? Think of this for a moment. So, when you were a child and your mom is upset with you and she's looking you straight in the eyes, right? You take her seriously and you really really want to hear what she's saying, and you know she means business because she's looking at you, she's not looking away while she's disciplining you. You see the seriousness of what you've done when she stares you down and she tells you that you're in trouble. Even growing up, my mom can look me across the room just by that look. I know I'm in trouble, so I know, oh, I've done something wrong. So I think I better adjust my attitude here because she's looking at me, right? And those are the kind of importance that looking someone in the eyes have. Just it gives a lot of meaning when someone looks at you. Either they're they're connecting with you or you're in trouble. You better watch out. So it's important to look someone in the eyes. I want to point out to you a recent study done at the Cornell University, researchers at the Cornell University, and their study was published at the Journal of the Environment and Behavior. And according to this study, that uh, looking somebody in the eyes or having that connection, eye to eye connection, can actually increase sales. Yes, you heard that right. It can increase sales. So, what they did in this study at Cornell University is that they changed the gaze of the cartoon rabbit on Trix. Do you know that Trix cereal box? They changed they changed the gaze of the rabbit, and they said that the Trix cereal sales increased compared to the other brands if the Trix cereal was looking directly at the consumer. So in a way, that's the trick cereal reaching out to the consumer, say, "Hey, buy me. I'm right here for you." That's the same as the Mona Lisa portrait effect, don't you think? Because if you look at the Mona Lisa, no matter where you go in the room, you feel like she's looking at you. No matter if you go to the left, to the right, you kind of bend down a little bit, you tiptoe up higher, she's gazing at you. And maybe that's why she is the most important painting in the world. Maybe Leonardo da Vinci meant that. He knew the importance of eye contact. That's why he painted Mona Lisa with that look, with that eye contact with the people that is looking at the painting. For many, many years, people, hundreds of years, people have been fascinated about the Mona Lisa. It Yet it's a very simple portrait. A lot of people saying this should not be a famous painting because it's very simple, not a lot of color, it's a simple image, but yet that picture, Mona Lisa, looks straight at you and she gives you that gaze. So it's important to have that look to connect with someone, um, but also if you're looking at someone, I believe there is some, I think, some limits and parameters. You don't want to be looking at someone for a very long periods of time, then that would make you very creepy like person and you don't want to come off as a creepy person. So the best thing to do is you look at the person for maybe a couple of beats, like one, two, look away. Don't look at the person longer than maybe 3 seconds. I'm assuming 3 seconds would be more than enough. So this is the first half of my show. And before we go on break for the second part of my show, I have a music that I think is relevant to our topic today. The topic of the song is called Spellbound. Don't go away. Listen to the music, and I'll come back with the second half of the show where we're going to talk about the importance of looking the interviewers in the eye contact during job interview. This is Blackbird Pond, and the name of the song is Spellbound. When you're near me, I try to talk to you, but I get tongue-tied. I go to the next room. I go to the next room. Try to collect myself. Try to encourage myself to talk to you. But I get spellbound. I'm just inches from you, and you didn't notice. I said hello to you when you turned around and said yes. We looked into each other's eyes, no conversation, but we realized we were spellbound. That's a quick intro from the band Blackbird Pond, which I think is very appropriate. And the name of the song is Spellbound. We were talking about today if you look into someone's eyes, make contact with them, eye contact when you're speaking with them. This is the first part. Come join me again for the second portion of this segment. And we are going to talk about how looking into someone's eyes or making eye contact could help you out land that job during the job interview.
She laughs at me. She grins when I tell her that I skin. I know she's fooling when she says you're right. She walks away in a blink of an eye. I'm always wondering if she really knows how stunning she looks like a morning glow. Yeah, she's pulling me. She's pulling my heart. I wanna kiss her like a couple kissing in the dark. You are my crazy diamond. You're a diamond in the rough. You're the one I need.
Welcome back. This is Sarah with Eagle Radio International. Once again, part two of our topic. Do you see when you speak with someone, do you look them in the eye? Do you have eye contact with them? But before we go on to the show, we would like to invite you to check out our YouTube channel. We have many, many more great segments and programs that we would love for you to check out. Again, it's Radio Agila for those that are non Tagalog speaking, that is spelled Radio Agila. Radio Agila. And you can also give us feedback on Facebook. Again, the topic for our show tonight is the importance of eye contact. As promised, we talked about on our first part, how is this going to help you on your job interview? Well, you've come to the right place. Are you going on a job interview, a very important job interview? And do you want to do the best that you can? Well, you got to make sure you are well groomed, you're ready, you've researched the company, you've got the great resume, and your confidence is on. But with confidence, you've got to make sure when you walk into that interview, you've got every possible tools you need to land that dream job, right? Well, make sure that you make eye contact with the interviewer because I have with you an article from vault.com and it tells you how to land your dream job. It says according to this article by Lily Zhang, according to let's go back to actually let's go to vault.com first. Well, let's go talk about an article on vault.com. According to this website, interview tips how eye contact can get you the job. According to this site, eye contact creates rapport. So if you want to connect with your interviewer, if you want her to know that you belong in that company, that you have the same attitude, that you are a great fit for the company, make sure you have an eye contact with the interviewer. That is an important part of body language, is you looking somebody in the eye. It exudes confidence. And you also, according to this website in vault.com, while looking people in the eye, making eye contact is very important. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to make the interviewer feel uncomfortable. That means staring them down, looking at them with minimal blinking. Without blinking, that could make you seem a little creepy, I would say. So make sure you take time to blink your eyes and take time to look away. Don't just stare at the person. So basically, what they're saying is about 2, 3 seconds, 2, 3, look them in the eyes. They said long enough to determine the color of the person's eye, and then you don't have to keep staring. That would be uncomfortable. Um, so there is a pattern. There's an ebb and flow according to this website. So make sure you go with the rhythm of the interview. If you're just staring at the person and not doing something different, always staring, it's gonna make that person uncomfortable. What you may want to do is bring something that would keep you busy, but not too busy during an interview. For example, bring a pen and paper so you can have enough time to rest from looking at that person and write notes on what the interviewer or HR manager is saying. Write notes, take notes down, so you have the movement of, I'm interested in what you're saying. I'm writing down what you're saying. I'm with you. I'm connecting with you. I have a rapport with you. I'm taking notes and I'm looking you in the eye, making eye contact. Um, so make sure you bring pen and paper and you can take some notes down. Let's see, what else did they say? Oh, one more thing that they did point out in this article at vault.com is that if you have more than one interviewers, if you have panels of interviewers, make sure you look each one of them. Take time to look each one of them in the eye. Don't just single out one person and say to your mind, I'm just going to look at that one person that whole entire time. And you have two other people in the room. Can you imagine how those two other people in the room could feel? They could feel left out of the interview, and that could be detrimental to you because they could be the hiring person, the one who is going to make the ultimate decision whether they want to take you on board in the company or not. So make sure you spread the love evenly. Make sure you look at everybody, not just one person. So make it even, not just don't stare down on one person. Remember, bring a pen and paper, take great notes, so that gives you that rest instead of just looking at that person. It gives you that something else to do. And not only that it gives you something else to do, it looks great, like you're paying attention to what they're saying. Another great tip that I learned from a career expert. Her name is Kara Ronan. She's actually giving you she gives us a tip on how to look at an interviewer during the interview process. She said, if you don't know how to if you don't feel comfortable looking people in the eye, making eye contact while talking to them, if that makes you uncomfortable, they said try this. So draw like a triangle, like inverted triangle on the person that you're speaking with, an imaginary inverted triangle around their eyes and their mouth. And according to her, she said during the conversation, change your gaze every 5 to 10 seconds from one point on the triangle to another. So instead of just looking at one area, so you look at the eyes, and then you look down on the mouth of the person, and then it's a triangle, so you every 5 to 10 seconds. So you're not just looking at one direction because that could be very mean. And of course, if you're looking at someone, make sure you add some smile. You don't have to be laughing, that would be awkward, but make sure you put on that smile, because if you smile, it relaxes your eyes. And if your eyes are relaxed, it gives that inviting feeling, a non threatening way, right? Because if you're just staring at someone without smiling, that's very intimidating. Your eyes is not relaxed. You actually look like you're mad at somebody. You're staring down at someone. So make sure not just looking people in the eyes. It's very important to also add some smile. Add some little smile in your gaze. Add some smile in your gaze. All right. So if you're looking at someone, make sure your eyes is relaxed. And how do you relax your eyes? Just smile. And also, I think smile will make the other person like you more. Will make you look like it will make you seem like an easygoing person, easy to get along with, team player, not non-threatening, non-diva. So make sure you smile. A smile never hurts anything. As a matter of fact, they said if you frown, You're actually using more muscle frowning than smiling. So smiling is great for you because you relax your muscles and your facial muscles. You relax your eyes. You actually invite the conversation to go further. If you somebody doesn't know if they should keep talking to you. So smiling is also contagious. So if the hiring manager sees that you're smiling while looking them in the eyes, they're going to smile back at you, and you're going to have that rapport that oh, I get along with this person great, because that's what the manager or the hiring manager is going to remember after interviewing with you, is that great smile, attention to detail. You're paying attention to what they're saying, you're writing down notes, you're looking them in the eyes. They will remember those because they will look at you and say, what kind of impression does this person give, especially if you're in sales, because you're going to be representing the company. I don't think they would want someone representing the company who doesn't know how to smile. That would not, I don't know what kind of sales that would be, non-smiling sales. So make sure you smile. Let me give you an example in this one website that I was looking at. It's themuse.com. One of the comment that a reader left was this. It says, according to this one reader, his name is Kent. He left a comment after reading an article about making eye contact during a job interview. He said, quote, once I didn't get a job offer because the HR manager told me I was too busy looking around the room. Goes to show how important eye contact is. So there's the proof. This person did not get the job because he did not look the hiring manager in the eye because he was too busy looking around the room. It gives off that you cannot even dedicate couple of minutes here. How are you going to dedicate, every day in day out to this company? So this is a great example of why you should be looking at the interviewers in the eyes when you're going to an interview. So remember that. And if you doubt that, remember this person's comment. He did not get the job because he lacked eye contact during a job interview. And you don't want to take a risk, and you don't want to be the person that did not get a job because you forgot to look at the hiring manager in the eyes. um, Again, if you have any more questions, replay the part one of this, and the part two is about job. Part one is more about the social aspect of looking somebody in the eye and the importance of eye contact. So I really thank you for joining me. This is Sarah Nacman with Eagle Radio International. Thank you for joining me again this week. Hopefully, you've learned something. Hopefully, I've learned something from all this research. Well, I love to look people in the eyes. So thank you once again. I am now signing off. Hopefully, I'll see you again next week. Check out Radio Agila in Facebook, as well as Radio Agila in YouTube, and also the other segments that we have. Please stay tuned with that and subscribe, and also share our show if you like it, and also subscribe. And like I said, you can also comment in our Facebook page. Thank you so much. This is Sarah Nacman, and I'm signing off Eagle Radio International, and I am in the Washington, D.C. Bureau. Have a great day. Have a good afternoon. Have a great morning. Have a good morning. Be kind to everybody. Have a great, great, great day. Thank you so much. This is Sarah Nacman, and this is Radio Eagle Radio International.